So, how does AI actually get smarter? Well, it's this whole long process of trial and error, driven by human researchers. But what if AI could do all that heavy lifting itself? Microsoft just dropped a new tool called RDAgent, and it's designed to do just that, automate the entire, and I mean entire, process of AI research. And, they're not being shy about it at all. They're making this super bold claim that this is the #1 machine learning engineering agent out there. Period. That is a massive statement, right? So let's dig in and see if they can actually back that up. And wow, okay, looking at this, it seems they absolutely can. This table, it's showing results from something called MLE-bench, which is this really grueling test for AI agents. It makes them solve real-world problems from 75 different Kaggle competitions. And if you don't know, Kaggle is basically the Olympics for data scientists. As you can see right here, RDAgent isn't just winning, it's blowing the competition out of the water. It's way ahead of every other agent out there. Okay, so how did it get to be #1? Well, to get that, we need to talk about the problem it was actually built to solve. And that problem is this huge time-sucking bottleneck that we call traditional AI innovation. Anyone who's a data scientist or an ML engineer knows this cycle all too well, right? You get an idea, you design an experiment, you code it all up, run it, see what happens, and then you do it all over again. And again. And again. It's slow, it's super complex, and it needs a ton of human brain power and intuition at every single stage. And this is exactly where RDAgent comes in. It's designed to take that whole manual, painful loop and just put it on autopilot. So at its heart, RDAgent is a framework built to automate that whole R&D loop. The mission from Microsoft is, and I quote, to let AI drive data-driven AI. What does that actually mean? It means they're building a system where the AI itself uses data to figure out how to get better, cutting humans out of that slow, repetitive cycle. The way it does this is actually pretty clever. It splits the work into 2 main parts. Think of it like a team. First, you have the RAgent. That's for research. This is your AI scientist. It looks at the problem, it studies what's already known, and it comes up with new ideas and hypotheses. Then you have the DAgent for development. This is your AI engineer. It takes those brilliant ideas from the scientist, turns them into actual runnable code, does the experiments, and then brings back the results. And this is the magic right here. It shows how these 2 agents work together in this perfect cycle. The research agent proposes an idea. The development agent builds it and tests it. It gets feedback, and that feedback goes straight back to the research agent, which learns from it and comes up with an even better idea for the next round. It's a completely automated, self-improving loop, just constantly getting smarter. All right, so that's the theory. Sounds great, right? But how does it actually perform out in the wild, in the real world? Well, this is where things get really, really interesting. Microsoft decided to unleash this agent on the super high-stakes world of quantitative finance. So they took this framework and created a specialized version called RDAgent Q, and its whole job was to analyze financial market data to automatically discover and build new trading strategies. Basically, to figure out how to make money in the stock market, all by itself. And the result? Honestly, it's staggering. The trading strategies this AI came up with achieved double the annualized rate of return compared to the standard benchmarks that humans designed. Let me put that in perspective for you. Entire hedge funds, we're talking billions of dollars, are built on just getting a tiny edge, a few percentage points of advantage. Doubling the return? That's pretty much unheard of. But here's the kicker. What might be even more impressive is how it did this. It got that incredible 2x return while using 70% fewer market signals, or factors as they call them in finance. And the craziest part? The total cost to run this entire discovery process was less than $10. So it's not just smarter, it's insanely cheaper and more efficient. And don't think this is just a tool for finance. No way. This framework is incredibly versatile. It can be a research copilot, right? You give it a scientific paper, and it just implements the model from it. It can be a Kaggle agent, automatically tuning models and engineering features to win competitions. It can even be a medical agent, working with medical data to create better prediction models. The potential here is just enormous. So let's just take a step back and think about the big picture here for a second. This is more than just a cool new tool for data scientists. What we're looking at could be a fundamental shift in how we think about innovation itself. I mean, the vision from the Microsoft team really says it all. Their goal is to automate the core process of research and development, creating a future where AI is directly responsible for accelerating its own progress. Think about that. It's a technological feedback loop on a massive, massive scale. Which really leaves us with a pretty profound question to chew on. If an AI can reliably, efficiently, and cheaply automate its own research, its own development, and its own improvement, what does the future of discovery actually look like? The future of science, of engineering, of innovation? It might be a future that's getting here a whole lot faster than any of us expected.